It was Mark Poulton that packaged him. Mark is fired. Tell Mark I'm mad.
Yeah, this is Primetime Poulton. Keep it entertaining. You already know. Outworking everybody and he don't ever quit. Talking about plenty comics like Graveyard Shift, Sea Dog, Spike and Whoop, USAssassin. Doing just what he loves. This is his passion. Bring more value to your dollar. No, I'm not fronting. That's how just a writer became a moral compass. This is Primetime Poulton. This is Primetime Poulton. Let's go.
Behold the King of Kings. On your knees, dog. All hail. Bow down to the King. Bow down to the King. Grinned red as he walked from the place where the traitor lost both his name and his face. Through the halls and the corridors, stinking in blood, he tasted his grin, and it tasted good. The King took his head, left him broken and dead. Bow down to the King. Bow down to the King. Bow down to the King. Left none living, unable to tell. The King took their heads and he sent them to hell. Their screams echo loud in the place of their death. Ripped open they die with their final breath. They hail the King of Kings. Bow down to the King. Bow down to the King. Bow down to the King. Into the dirt. His will be done. Now feel your fear. There can be only one. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down to the. Bow down. Bow down to the King. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down. The King is here. Now feel your fear. The King of Kings. All hail the King. On your knees to the King. The King of Kings. There is only one.
Hey, Graveyard Shift 2 was really, really good. It's one of my favorite Comicsgate books that I've ever read. I really, really enjoyed it. I keep saying that. I didn't realize how much I like Mark Poulton's writing. But I do. He writes a pretty good action superhero yarn. I'm tempted to check out his other project, which looks Sea Dog. It looks pretty cool as well. Codename Kill Switch.
Just another boring day where nothing changes, everything was normal till you came running up my street, and you ran so fast I was taken by the flash. Then you came and brought me here. You locked me here. You locked me in your basement. And you told me you loved me. And I said I loved you too. And it happened all so fast. I was taken by the flash. 'Cause Flash, I know you know that you're the fastest man I know. Whenever you're away from me, my whole world moves so slow. The only thing I have now are the memories that passed. If I'd have known this day would be all I taken by the flash. My mother and my father, they both warned me when they said you were unstable. But your jawline and your brown eyes, they were more than I could take. And it happened all so fast. I was taken by the flash. 'Now we both gone missing and we're kissing till the police come to find us. Is it wrong that I like it and I don't wanna go back home? And it happened all so fast. I was taken by the flash. 'Cause Flash, I know you know that you're the fastest man I know. Whenever you're away from me, my whole world moves so slow. The only thing I have now are the memories that pass. If I'd have known this day would be all now, taken by the flash. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting. Ezra, no, don't take me home, just keep me here, just keep me wanting.
What's up, guys? Happy Wednesday. It's the Moral Compass, the Fulfillment King. Heck, I'm the king of the indies. Good old TMC, the Moral Compass, Mark Poulton. Feel like I haven't streamed in forever. We're going to do a little recap of San Diego Comic-Con. Joining me, my good friend, Enrico Botta. What's up, Enrico?
Hey, Mark. Hey, everybody. Welcome
Man.
back. Welcome back. Your pictures look awesome.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It was so good to hear that Froggy Fresh song. I feel like I haven't heard it in forever.
Me too.
I saw you vibing to it.
Oh, I always do. You know?
Yeah. That song just puts me in the right mood, man. You know who else it puts in the right mood?
Peanut Butter Johnson.
That's right. Ice. Mark Penguin first in the chat
Penguin.
says he looks forward to living vicariously through TMC.
As do I.
Yeah. I'm gonna share some stories, man. We got Corey Barton. He's second in the chat. Mark says TMC just posted he may be a little late, but stream is still happening. Yes. I got on quicker than I thought. I had to take Sean to the train station in Hamilton. He's going home to visit his sister and her family. So I made it back, maybe 5 minutes late, but we're here. We're here and we're live. We got Corey Barton sharing all the links, doing the good work. Penguin, first in the chat, Mark, but you're slacking off with the links. Come on, man. Corey's showing you up. He's got All Right Looking with One Book, Babe book. This is a USAssassin guest starring Roddy Piper. We'll get into that a little bit. Type 1 with the hot, amazing nurse babe and the blue guy. Yep. We got that book too. Corey Barton, the greatest comic book sequel of all time, loaded with hundreds of hot babes. Writhe Payne, book 2. Yep. Launching in September. Corey says, wow, Beast of Blood Island got hot babes too. Yeah, they got those tropical babes. And that ninja, that's American here. Yeah, we're going to talk about that too. He says a Writhe Payne statue would be cooler still. Oh, we might have that too for book 2. And he says, see that? First mod to share all the links, number 1. Yep, Corey, you're climbing the charts. You're climbing the chat charts, my ranking system. Watch out. You might have a contender. Sheldon says that there's a nurse babe in type 1. Yep. Penguin says, got a little something brown on your nose, Corey. Oh, man. Mark feeling a little jealous.
How to defend your spot.
Yeah. Corey says, yeah, from what I've heard about the hot babes. Corey had to Google that brown on your nose. He never heard it before. I guess that's not an Australian thing. Mark sharing the lightning bolt. Love the Flash song. So happy to hear it. Put me in the right mood. Sheldon says Bolton weaves a pretty good yarn. That I do. I'm the king of the indies, man. I got the crown to prove it. And Mark says Amanda B taught me to not drop links willy-nilly. Drop them as relevant with the conversation. Oh, Mark Penguin dropping some mod knowledge on Corey Barton right there. We'll see if he follows his own advice, because right now we're going to talk USAssassin, Dogs of War, guest starring the legendary Roddy Piper. Enrico, there's only 5 days left in this campaign. Can you believe it?
I can't believe it. That's awesome.
That's because there's only 4 days left. Oh my gosh,
Holy
time
fire!
Yeah, time is just flying.
How did that?
Yeah, USAssassin 4, Dogs of War. We got 2 great covers from the legendary John Stinsman of Avengelyne fame. We got the USAssassin cover. And we got the Roddy Piper cover. That's the cover, man. That's the one you want. Roddy in all his glory. Looking so excited to be firing his minigun. Excited to be part of the USAssassin team and part of this big adventure to rescue Bazooka Dog. We got interiors by Mike McMahon, who's drawn every single page of USAssassin. When Volume 4 is done, he's going to be over 250 plus pages of USAssassin. You know, I sent Mike the completed script. I finished it finally on my flight to this past week, and Mike read the script and he asked if you could add more pages to it, if you can believe that.
Huh.
The guy's recovering from cancer surgery, Enrico, and he wants more work. And I was like, go for it, man. He wants to add a nice double page spread, and who am I to say no?
Insanity Systems Incorporated.
Yeah. The beautiful artwork by Mike McMahon, all the action in this book, all the aliens, the snake men, pro wrestlers,
Nice
USS. Yeah, beautiful coloring by Anthony George and Oliver Lee Arce. Look, we got USSassin and Siberia, the cyborg bear. Shane Davis, big fan of Siberia, but who wouldn't be a big fan of Siberia? He's an awesome character. You know, he's a big brute with a bear head and a cyborg eye. If you want fun comics, Enrico, you come to Haunted Pizza. We got the fun comics.
Absolutely.
And we also got USAssassin War Stories, 180-page collection, manga size. I ordered some copies. They're in from the printer. Beautiful book, 180 pages, full color. Man, I need to send one out to Mike now that I'm home from San Diego so he can take a look at this book. I love it so much. I think this might be my first book I try to get into the bookstores, Enrico.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Expanding that business. It collects volumes 1 through 3, including that crossover with Graveyard Shift. Don't miss out if you're new to the series. Pick up War Stories. Pick up volume 4. That'll catch you up with everything. We also got USAssassin, The Art of Mike McMahon, hardcover, 48 pages, collecting Mike's best work, not just from the series, but promotional artwork, private commissions. If you're a fan of Mike's artwork, and who isn't, pick up The Art of Mike McMahon. Then we also have the USAssassin trading card set, 12 cards, the entire team set, team plus our guest star, Roddy Piper. Since we went over 10,000 combined, we're adding a 13th card, and that is, my good friend Jason Solomon, the Solomonster, who was hyping our comic up over on his podcast. Solomonster sounds off, so I appreciate him spreading the word on the series. If you're a super fan, get that USAssassin flag. Guys, you're going to want to hang this in your office. That way you're just always surrounded by something that's badass. And I have mine. I'm staring right at it past my computer screen. I have it hanging on the office door. Designed by Dexter Weeks. Absolutely gorgeous. 24 by 36 inches. Nice fabric flag. Hang it up. Show your fandom, man. Look at that beautiful USAssassin logo. I love it.
So cool. And it's so many inches. So many inches.
Plus, we got the 2 ash cans exclusive to this campaign. We got the USSassin Siberia Nightmare Island ash can with this beautiful Chris Graves cover. Interiors by our man, who's usually in the chat, Ja Ro, killing it. Ja Ro, shared a book he's working on with me. Man, that book looks gorgeous. Can't wait for him to launch that. And then we also got the USSassin versus USAssassin Scribbles of E.J. Morg sketchbook. He's been promoting this book like crazy. All of EJ's USAssassin sketches, he calls them scribbles, but man, these are works of art, and they're collected all in this. I call them ash cans, but I'm printing them full size because the artwork is so beautiful. So pick up this. You can pick them up individually or as a set. And then also, second chance for Coney Waves, one of the best books I've ever released. I feel like a lot of people slept on it. Here's your second chance to get it. Coney Waves with a new cover by Dexter Weeks. Don't miss out, guys. 4 more days. Just 4 more days. Time is running out. Let's check in with the chat. Amanda says, Brown Nose name calling from the #1 Brown Nose himself. Ouch. Amanda coming in House of Fire, calling Penguin.
Hey, where's Dexter today?
I don't know, man. Dexter's usually a Sunday streamer. He doesn't
Yeah,
join
that's
us on Wednesdays.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw some of his Beast of Blood stuff, which is looking really good.
Yeah. Beast of Blood launching very soon. Amanda says, I thought I taught you that. That's my method. Yes. We got Missy Duran in the chat. She says, hey, chat, can't wait to hear all about Comic-Con. Just kidding. I was there.
Ah, nice. Hey, Missy.
Amanda B says, looks like you all had fun. Mark's happy we had fun. Thank you, Mark. Corey says, it's way more relevant to drop all the links while the fans are waiting for the show to start. Different competing ideologies. What do you think, Enrico?
Why not do both?
Yeah, why not just share the links all the time, man? We got books to sell. When Black Demon launches, we want to see links all the time, man.
Absolutely, lots of them.
Yep. Amanda says, "I'll try not to let it get to my head." Who am I kidding? Amanda says, I need to check to see if I added the McMahon book on. You only have 4 more days to do so, Amanda. Better hurry. SF Gaming says, is this going in demand or will it be closing out? We'll go in demand until Mike finishes the book. And if Mike keeps adding pages, who knows when we'll finish it. But I think we'll be good. I said we'll finish it, start fulfillment in December. And I'm the fulfillment king, so I got to at least be pretty close to my word. Amanda says he usually goes in demand. That's correct. SF Gaming, I'm backing it either way, just trying to figure out my time frame. That's what I like to hear. Got Christopher Bouchard in the house. Hello, Mark and Enrico. Saw Deadpool and Wolverine. Awesome movie. And how's the USAssassin comic? And can't wait for the figure.
Nice. Hey, Chris.
We'll talk about that figure. Corey's sharing links. Mark hasn't even shared a link yet, or has he? I don't know. Has Amanda shared links? Corey's calling everyone out. He wants that top spot. Mark says you already shared all the links. There's nothing to do. You can always reshare a link. That doesn't hurt. Enrico, we got 47 people watching on Twitter and not Instagram, Twitter and YouTube. It's been a while. I'm forgetting my lines. But if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. We're here every Wednesday, unless I'm on vacation. And we're also here every Sunday, unless we're not. And Sundays, we talk horror movies. This week, we're talking Victor Crowley. We're finishing up the Hatchet series.
Victor Crowley. Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, chat. Chat. If you saw Deadpool Wolverine, throw a skull up in the chat for me. I want to know if you saw it. If you liked it, throw a skull up. I want to see.
I like that. Got a couple more books to shill. Corey Barton says greatest sequel of all time. We're talking Writhe Payne. That's going to launch in September by me and Chris Graves. Go sign up. Exclusive trading card in one of the secret tier. You're going to want that. We built a nice little trading card set, and we're going to keep adding to it with campaign number 2. Dropping the link in the chat. Chris is hard at work. 3 pages in already. Drawing the whole book traditionally, which is different from book 1. I think he only did maybe, 5 or 6 traditional pages and the rest digitally. He's doing the whole book traditional. So, man, that's awesome. If he decides to sell that artwork, he's going to have a lot of happy art collectors. September will be here before we know it too, Enrico.
Yeah, for sure.
And then one last thing. I was on Cato's Collection last night. That's a toy channel with a pretty good following, over 10,000 subscribers. I was on with Patrick Thomas Parnell, and we were talking American Ninja X, the comic book, the action figure, and you can sign up for it because not only is there an American Ninja X action figure, there's also a USAssassin action figure. Only place you can get it this campaign. He's not just in the comic book. He has his own action figure. I'm going to share. We this week we revealed the the full like U.S. Assassin, what he comes with. So here's a side-by-side look of the figures. Enrico, I'm curious what your opinion is. Former McFarlane Toys employee, so you know a thing or two about toys.
I mean, from what I've already seen, they look great. Let's see them.
Oh, yeah. So here we go. On the left, we got American Ninja X in the black. And then in the blue, we got U.S. Assassin. Man, these guys look great. I'm in love with the U.S. Assassin figure. I love it so much. So for maybe the last year or so, I've been trying to make my own U.S. Assassin line. And man, I like this sculpt even better than the one that I had in the works. This is the classic star logo, but the sculptor, the guy who modeled it, Luke, he's worked for the MCU, and he put his spin on Mike's classic star logo costume. I love it. He comes with a detachable hood, a backpack, Uzi, M16, sword, grenade, bunch of different hands. He has claws. And then there's American Ninja X, who, you know, has his own different hood. They share the same type of backpack, different color scheme. Has his own different sword. He has 2 different guns, the claws, bunch of hand assortments. Man, these figures look fantastic. We were streaming yesterday on Kato's collection, and everyone in the chat seemed really hyped about these. I'm getting hyped. Oh, speaking of U.S. Assassin, there's Mike McMahon. What's up, Mike?
Hey, Mike.
I heard action figure, and my where my prostate used to be was tingling, so I figure I'd come on.
So Enrico, former McFarlane Toys employee, you know, a toy connoisseur like yourself, what's your opinion on these figures?
I mean, I think they look fantastic. I like all the accessories. Hand assortments are always a cool little addition, but my favorite thing is the hood that you can put on and off of them. So that's pretty awesome. The level of articulation is just perfect, I think. And then, of course, the weapons are great. You can never have enough weapons, but you know, they look great. But as far as all the detail goes, really, really great. I can't wait to see them in person.
Let's blow this up, and Mike, give me your thoughts on it. Let's
what do you think about the costume, Mike? Because it's an updated costume, you know. I mean, I think it looks cool, but what do you think? You're the creator of the original costume here.
Well, I think it honestly, it looks like what they were talking about last night was that he just kind of put that Marvel MCU juice on it. It's basically the same design, just made more, I guess, realistic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's a really cool figure, man. I'm a little jealous I didn't get to work on this. I got to be honest.
Well, there's plenty of toys in our future, Enrico. Haunted plastic will happen. But man, the thing I was worried about, and I think maybe you were worried about it too, Mike, was the mask or the helmet. And Luke really nailed it. Because we kept seeing work in progress, and he wasn't really working on the mask much. And what we were seeing was like, we don't know about this, but yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, it looks pretty badass.
Yeah. There was one iteration that they sent, and I was just like, just go simple. It's a simple design mask. Don't overthink it, and they nailed it. So
I think it needs a little bit more. I think it needs like some jewels on it or bedazzle. No, I'm just kidding. A star over each eye, maybe a ponytail.
Amanda B says Corey has all the links covered. Good job. Gold sticker for you. Mark says they are right there. I see them sharing them again. All right. They're fighting over the links. Amanda says she'll be missing this week again. Come on, Amanda. You and Penguin are the only ones who watch the movies. Misty saw Deadpool Wolverine. I know because I was with her. Mark Penguin saw Deadpool Wolverine.
Awesome.
Christopher Bouchard saw it
3 times apparently.
SF Gaming says the first book was so good. Talking about Writhe Payne.
It was.
Thank you. Christopher Bouchard says, is USAssassin supposed to have 2 swords? No, just one. And Corey says, I ain't lazy. I write new stuff for the links.
Yeah, man.
We appreciate you sharing the links. No, USAssassin has 1 sword. American Ninja has 1 sword as well. The 2 swords that are on the cover that Patrick drew, that'll come into the story. Let me shrink this down a bit so we can see more of it. Yeah, so he just has the 1 sword. There's a place on the backpack for his sword to go, though. I don't know if people thought that maybe was a sword. And then same American Ninja X has 1 sword as well. They share the same type of backpack. So there are like some reused parts on this, but you know, I feel like they look like totally different figures.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like USAssassin looks a little like bulkier, and that's how I was describing them on Cato's collection last night. I said American Ninja X. Patrick has those Todd McFarlane Spidey influences, and I said he's more like the Spider-Man. And I mean, I definitely have Liefeld influences, and I said he's sort of like the Cable, the unstoppable tank who won't stop coming for you. So. I like that the different chest makes USAssassin, at least in my opinion, look a little bigger.
Oh yeah, he doesn't look as lean.
Yeah, so we'll be launching this next month. One thing we have mentioned: if you get both figures, you'll get a bonus head. To you could put them on whatever figure you want. We won't say what the head is yet. But man, that's really cool.
We won't say that it's a bear.
No.
You
can say, Mark. It's my head. They're gonna sculpt of my head, and we're gonna put it on.
And one other thing we shared last night, I'll share it now. We might do a color variant. Patrick has wanted to do. He wants to do an all black version of American Ninja X, and we were talking about doing a different color version of USAssassin. I think we're going with this one. I don't know, Mike. We still have to talk about it because I still like the other idea too, but I think I like this one more. I don't know what your thoughts are. This is a real small picture. Well, it doesn't look bad blown up. All right, I'll share it. Here we go. These are the color variants, the all black version and the all white USAssassin Arctic version, as I call it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we talked about doing a military green version, which I like because it reminds me of the little green army men. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But I feel like we could use the Arctic version in the book.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Honestly, I could
say like
I could think of a way to incorporate, I think, any version of the costume, but I do. Mike, when we used to work on the book in the beginning days, I said we're changing this costume every volume for the hypothetical toy line down the road. So,
and here we are.
Yeah,
here we are.
And so, if this is successful, then there will also be a special Joe Fest version next year. So, man, that would be incredible, especially
excited about that.
When people find out what the version would be. Man.
Oh, yeah.
Fingers crossed, guys. Go sign up for American Ninja X. These figures look incredible. I'm really excited about it. I'm excited about the comic too. And I was talking to Patrick today about like future figures. If this is successful and we can continue the line, we might have some more surprises in the works for people. So go sign up, guys.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yes, please. And then share the sign up link.
Share the link.
As
Share the
often
links
as
again.
possible, because we want these figures to be made.
Sheldon says bigger chest and bigger ass. Assin.
Hell yeah.
That reminds me
That's
of a
right.
funny quick story. When I saw that Stallone Antonio Banderas movie Assassins.
Mm-hmm.
When I went to see that, there was somebody sitting in front of me, and then when the title screen came on, they were like ass.
Oh yeah, people did that all the time when USAssassin first came out. The ass in. I think Dan Fraga was the biggest.
Wasn't Fraga the one that first started doing that?
Yeah. But man, that's all the upcoming projects. We have 55 people watching on X and YouTube. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. So I recently went to San Diego Comic-Con. I got back Monday morning. Man, what a trip! It really, I don't know. I guess inspired me. I mean, I always love making comic books, but being there, just I don't know. I'm amped up. I want to do more. I'll talk about the trip. We got up. Missy in the chat. She went with me. We got up at 6 a.m. on Wednesday morning. We had an Uber scheduled for 6:30. We get to the airport. We check our bag in, and we discover that our plane's been delayed. I think we had a couple delays. Eventually, we get into. So we had a layover. We get into Vegas. Luckily, they rescheduled our connecting flight, so we didn't miss it. But then the connecting flight was delayed. We actually got on the plane at one point, and we're sitting there waiting, and then they make us get off the plane. And I'm like, this is going to get canceled. And it just keeps getting later, because originally we were supposed to be in San Diego, I think around noon. And I was like, preview night doesn't start till 6. That's plenty of time. Maybe we can go to the museum or something, do a little sightseeing. But now it's like, I keep checking time. It's like, we'll get in 4. That's okay. We'll get in 5. Oh, fine. We'll get in 6. All right. We won't be there when it starts, but whatever. By the time we finally got there and we got checked into our hotel, it was 8:30. Preview night ends at 9. And Missy was like, let's just go there. Let's see if we can make it. So we walked from our hotel to the convention center, 15 minutes. We spent 15 minutes walking around preview night. And the number one thing on my to get list was Josh Blaylock's new Disavowed series, because I loved his G.I. Joe run. And this is sort of like an unofficial continuation of it. And I found the Devil's Due run. I bought the book, and preview night was over. But we were so excited that we actually made it with all the delays. But I don't even think we had dinner that night. We just I think on our walk home we picked up some snacks. We had some snacks. We went to bed, and we got up early, bright and early, for the first day of Comic-Con. Missy, she had costumes. This has been her dream, like, to go to Comic-Con. She finally met someone who would go with her, and and I just so happened I was able to get us pro badges, which reminds me I had to re-verify my pro status. Hopefully they. This was my last year. I have to I think every 5 years you have to re-verify. Hopefully my credentials still hold up. But Missy asked me to dress up, so I dressed up as Zero from Static X, and We went day one. We walked around. We went to the Mattel WWE Elite Squad panel, and that was awesome. CM Punk was one of the guests on the panel, and they revealed all the new upcoming WWE action figures. And they cut to the NXT Performance Center a lot of times because there was a lot of people getting their very first figure for the first time, and it got revealed to them on camera. And that was really cool to see people getting their first action figure, seeing a lot of people's dreams come true. So that was really cool. What else did we see Thursday? Oh, then we went to the AEW. No, we went to the Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles panel. Did we do that? I forget. No, we did AEW. It's a bit of a blur. We went to the AEW panel. Yeah, no, we did go to we did the Ninja Turtles panel. All the days combined. We went to the Ninja Turtles panel. This is the new series based off the Mutant Mayhem movie, which I know a lot of people, rag on the movie, but I really liked Mutant Mayhem. And this cartoon looks cool. They had the cast. They're all so young. They were asking them what their first the first time they discovered the Ninja Turtles, and they were all saying the 2012 Nickelodeon series, and which that's what my son Chase, that's what he grew up on, and
So
I remember. I remember loving that show. I was actually sad when he stopped watching it because I thought, man, this show is so good. He's enjoying it, but I'm in my 40s and I'm enjoying it. But when they finally got to the woman who plays the villain, she was like, I'm going to date myself, but I remember watching the 80s cartoon in high school. But yeah, that show looks awesome. We got to watch the first episode. And then in the same room, they had the AEW panel, and we got to watch that. And I think that was the highlight of the day, the AEW panel. They had the owner of AEW, Tony Khan, and then they had Darby Allin, Orange Cassidy, Swerve Strickland, Will Ospreay, Tony Storm, and Britt Baker. And they're talking about the company and how it's grown. And then there was a run-in. Mercedes Moné, dressed as Poison Ivy, came with her bodyguard, Camille, dressed as Bane, and they started a brawl with Britt Baker. So it was cool that they worked in a little storyline there for their upcoming match next month at Wembley Stadium. And then they said that they were signing at the DC booth, and they would all have their own bio comic that they were signing. So they told us to run down. So we ran down to the booth, and then they told us, oh no, only people who got wristbands at 9 a.m. or whatever are allowed in this line. No one else is allowed to appear at the signing. That's how a Comic-Con is, though, now, that everything's almost ticketed or a lottery. Yeah. And it's fine because I actually had to go to. I got a bracelet for the Jazzware booth because I wanted to get the AEW exclusive Kenny Omega figure, and that's something where you either had to win a lottery or you had to when they were handing out bracelets during the day. Missy sweet talked one of the Jazzware workers, and he handed her a bracelet that she gave to me. So I waited in line for maybe a little less than an hour while Missy walked around. And when she came back, she was so excited because she hung out at the DC booth. And after the signing was over, she went up to Timeless Tony Storm, and she took off her white Punisher glove, and she asked Tony Storm to sign it because Tony Storm sort of has a Marilyn Monroe gimmick, and she wears gloves. And she signed the glove for her, and Missy was like, "Oh my God, I'm shaking!" And Tony Storm was like, "I'm shaking too."
That's awesome.
And then she gave her the one of the comic books, and Orange Cassidy saw her and gave her one of the comic books too. So even though we weren't allowed in the signing, Missy still got to meet her favorite wrestler, which was cool. I got my figure,
Nice.
and then I think we called it a day. That took us like to almost 5 o'clock, and dude, we were so tired. Like walking around that convention, plus when you check in, they give you the free promotional bag that works as a backpack, but the thing is like this big, and you put it on your back because you fill it up with stuff throughout the day from shopping. So I was like a pack mule carrying all this stuff around Comic-Con. I had my mask off. At one point, I just gave up with the costume. I was like, I am dying in this mask. All my clothes were soaked in sweat, but it was a fun day. We were so tired. The next day, we just took in a couple panels. We went to the Major Bendy's panel, which is the company owned by Matt Cardona and Brian Myers, who do the Major Wrestling Figure podcast. They're also former WWE superstars Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. During the pandemic, they started their own toy company, and that's blown up. So we went to that panel. That was awesome. That was like a small crowd, so it was great. We had awesome seats to that. And then afterwards, when it's over, Missy was like, "Do you think they would take a picture with me?" And I was like, "Doesn't hurt to ask." And of course, she's a cute girl, so of course, yeah, we'll take a picture with you. So she got pictures with Matt Cardona and Brian Myers. I want to say I'm a little jealous, but afterwards we went to the convention floor. There was a toy company there, Fist. They make sort of like G.I. Joe classified figures, and the owner was there. He's from Columbia. He had the comic, and he has a wave of 4 figures. I bought one of the Fist Trooper figures. I had him sign the box, and I also had him. I also bought the comic from him. But it was cool to pick his brain. He has a factory in Colombia. I asked him if he crowdfunded the figures, and he actually found a private investor. So it's cool to see all these indie toy companies popping up, and I wish them all success. Afterwards, we went to we thought we were going to get in line for the Rick and Morty anime panel, but since the ballroom was open, we went into the panel before it, and I'm so glad we did. It was for a new Adult Swim show called Common Side Effects, and I forget. I remember one of the names who works on it, Mike Judge, and this series looks awesome. It's like very adult. It's about a guy who creates a pill that cures everything. So like the big pharmacies are out to get him. Government's out to get him. They want to destroy this pill because if it gets into the people's hands, it'll cure everything, and there won't be any need for all these medications and stuff. And we got to watch the first episode of it, and it's so good. It's funny. It's suspenseful. The actor that plays Rocky Johnson in Young Rock, he's part of the cast. So I always loved him on Young Rock, and he's real likable in this as well. So I guess in the fall, if you see a show called Common Side Effects on Adult Swim, check it out, man. The show is so good. And after that ended, we just stayed in our seats for the Rick and Morty anime panel, and we were looking forward to this because we love Rick and Morty. Man, this panel was so boring.
Oh, really?
So here's the thing: a panel for an anime with a bunch of creators who only speak Japanese, and they're asked a question, then their interpreter asks them the question, they give an answer, then the interpreter gives them the answer. Man, this was a little tough to sit through. And they showed some clips, but man, it doesn't, I don't know, it's not that much different from the show, except maybe not as funny. And
it's funny.
Yeah. So
It's not a selling point.
Yeah, Missy was like, "Do you want to go?" And I was like, "I'll go if you go." And she goes, "I feel bad getting up and leaving during the middle of this." I was like, "Let's go. This is boring." so we left, and it was maybe 12:30 by then. We just decided to leave the convention for the day because we were so tired, and we decided we went to the Fashion Valley Mall, and we had lunch there, and then we saw Deadpool Wolverine. And man, is that movie incredible?
It's such a good. It's so good. Yeah,
it's so great.
We're hoping to see it this week.
Yeah. Mike, you're in for a treat. It's so good. Like we already decided we're seeing it again. We loved it so much. All the cameos in it are fantastic.
I actually saw it in 3D by accident. I didn't realize I had bought 3D tickets, and then when I got there, they handed us glasses, and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool."
It's clever. Like, man, I can't say enough good things about it. It was just fantastic. So then the next day was, so that was Friday. So then Saturday, we had a big day. We had all these meet and greets we wanted to go to. Let me check in with the chat, see if I missed anything. Sheldon says free stuff because you have a girlfriend. Note to self: get a girlfriend. Well, cute girls tend to get
they get away with murder, bro.
Yeah. Missy's laughing, but she's not going to deny it. So we had a lot of meet and greets. So we went to the convention a little later on Friday. We got there around 11 o'clock, and I went straight to the Headlock Master Republic booth. I know the owner of Headlock, Mike Kingston. I drew a couple stories for his Headlock series over the years, so it was great to see him again. And then I wanted to meet the owner of Master Republic, Kevin Kleinrock. They represent a lot of Lucha Libre stars, and they do comic books and action figures. And I don't know, we're in a lot of the same toy groups. So he was like, we need to hang out sometime. So I went and introduced myself, and they had Vampiro appearing at the booth. And he was one of my favorite wrestlers from WCW. They had an exclusive Bloody Vampiro figure. I bought that, had him sign it, picked up his new comic book. So we did that. Then Missy had a meet and greet with Spencer Charnas from Ice Nine Kills, which is, if not my favorite band, one of my favorite bands. One of the very first dates we went to an Ice Nine Kills concert. So I didn't think they would let me in line, since a lot of these, if you're the person with the wristband, you can't bring anyone with you. That booth was cool. It was the Z2 comics. They do a lot of music, graphic novels. So they do the Ice Nine Kills graphic novel series, and they let me in line. So we got to meet Spencer Charnas, another member of the band and the writer of the graphic novel. That was awesome. Then we went back to the Headlock booth, met Sergeant Slaughter. I got my Action Force figure signed by him. He put Missy in a headlock. He put me in the Cobra Clutch. He gave me a challenge coin for surviving the Cobra Clutch. He's just the coolest, man. That was so much fun. So it was just like a great day, and we decided to walk around Artist Alley, and we walked past the Hot Flips booth. And Hot Flips, they do like comic supplies, I guess, like bags and boards and protectors. And set up at the booth, just to arrive there, Rob Liefeld, and he had his son with him, and he was talking to his son's friends. And I was like, let's get in line, because the line had just formed, and so I can say hi to Rob. So after Rob's son and friends leave, he gets ready to sign. I don't know. I think he forgot to take a picture with his son, so he ran off. And as he runs out of the booth, he passes me and goes, "What's up, Mark?" Because I was like, I haven't seen Rob in over a decade. It's weird, so I didn't know what the interaction would be like. So when he came back to the booth, he was signing autographs for people, everyone telling him how great Deadpool Wolverine is. Then, like, I get closer in line, and I mean, I guess I can say this. He said this in front of a group of people. He like looks up again and he sees me and he points and he goes, "Mark Poulton, you wrote a lot of Avengelyne comics for me in the past, and you're going to write more in the future." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Nice.
And then he went into more detail around the people. So, fingers crossed. I would love to work with Rob again. So hopefully that happens. But then, I got to talk to him, introduced Missy to him. We talked about Deadpool Wolverine. He said he's been sitting on all this information for a year and a half. He's so happy he can finally talk about it. Because I guess he, like, I don't know if he visited set or what, but he like knew all the secrets well in advance. So it was really cool we saw the movie, and then the next day we got to talk to Rob about it, and it's just been, I don't know, it was a really cool experience. So it was great seeing him again after a decade, and hopefully we'll work again. But like, I was on cloud 9 after that. So we ended, all we had left that day was I won the lottery to visit the Funko booth, because Missy's a big Funko fan. So I waited in line with her while she went shopping at the Funko booth. And of course, I didn't win the lottery until Saturday. So all the stuff we wanted for like our sons or whatever, they were already sold out of all that stuff by Saturday. But Missy she wanted the Wednesday exclusive pop. So she got that. We did a little more shopping for our boys, and then we called it a night. We went out to dinner. All the restaurants out there are fantastic. And then it was Sunday, and we were like, we've done everything we wanted to at the convention. We just skipped Sunday, and we decided to go to the Comic-Con museum, which I saw like maybe a month before we went. I never realized there was a Comic-Con museum. I was like, oh, I'd like to go there. It looks great online. What a disappointment. You could spend maybe 20 minutes in the Comic-Con museum and you would still feel ripped off. Like you would still like, it's not enough. It's not enough for even 20 minutes. That's a stretch. Like, they have a space section, they have a Betty Boop section, and then they have a section with like cardboard art that kids made, which is nice, but where's the comics?
Yeah.
There's some costumes. I looked online and I saw it looked like they had the cast of the Justice League, all their costumes and stuff. I was like, oh, that's awesome. They had some cosplayers' costumes when I went. I guess it's like a revolving display, so you never know what you get. But what a disappointment the Comic-Con museum was. We ended up just walking around Balboa Park, and I think we both agreed we just wanted to get home at this point. We were all Comic-Conned out, so we went to the airport. We had dinner at Jack in the Box, which they're one of the sponsors, I guess, of the Deadpool movies. They had a tie-in, so our food came in Deadpool wrappers, which was cool. And no issues with our flight. So we got home. We had a connecting flight in Vegas again, and we ended up getting home around 8 a.m. So it was it was a great trip, exhausting, but it was a good time. And I'm home and I'm ready to make more comics and action figures now.
Sounds like it was a great time. It's awesome.
Misty says, show the pic of you in the Cobra clutch. Sheldon says, can Sergeant Slaughter be in the next U.S. Assassin? So I tried to reach out when Mike and I first decided to go in the G.I. Joe direction. I reached out to Sergeant Slaughter's people, and they were like, oh, this is exactly the type of thing he wants to do. Well, he ended up doing that, but with Valor versus Action Force, they beat me to the punch. I guess they offered him a deal before us, but that's okay because we ended up getting the mercenary Flip Gordon, and then we got Roddy Piper. So I like our guys. Let me see if I can pull up that Sergeant Slaughter pick real quick. But yeah, that was San Diego, man. I think I'll renew my I guess credentials because you never know. But I don't. I think it might be a while before we go back again. And unless that Margot Robbie Avengelyne movie happens, then maybe I'll go out.
You're writing the script.
Let's see if this shows up. Yep, here we go. Me with Sergeant Slaughter in the Cobra Clutch. But yeah, it was so fun meeting him. And I gotta say, he has a beautiful signature. The old school wrestlers have beautiful pen cursive writing. Like you get one of today's wrestlers to autograph something for you, and it's just a scribble line. You get an old school wrestler to sign an autograph, and it's absolutely beautiful. Probably because they didn't have to sign a million things like today's wrestlers getting stopped at airports, but a beautiful signature. I don't know. Maybe I can reach it from here. Yep, I reached it.
Tougher on
But a little glare, but beautiful signature by Sergeant Slaughter.
Cool.
He fills the whole window with he put full force and it's time for action. So that's the action. I got the Action Force figure. I would have got the G.I. Joe figure signed by him, but they did away with the window boxes for that weird period of time. And I was like, I don't want a box where you can't see the figure. So I got the Action Force figure, but man, we're already past 8 o'clock. If you guys have anything else you want to add to the discussion, feel free. Otherwise, we'll wrap this up.
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm glad you had a great time. And I know I saw the pictures. They looked great.
Thank you. Sheldon says, the Cobra Clutch, you're lucky he didn't kill you, Mark. His handler told me I better tap out. So I finally tapped out, and Sarge released the hold. Otherwise, I think I'd probably still be in it.
Nice.
But then he gave me the handshake, and he slid a Sergeant Slaughter challenge coin into my palm with the handshake. I thought that was pretty awesome.
Super cool.
That's cool. That is super cool.
I was like, now I want to make challenge coins just so I can be cool and slip it into people's hands when I shake it.
That'd be cool. That would be cool.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, that'll do it. Make sure there's only 4 days left in US Assassin. It's closing this Sunday. We'll be streaming for the Writhe Payne Horror Movie Club, so we'll be promoting it during then. Make sure to watch Victor Crowley. That's what we'll be discussing this Sunday. Also, sign up for Writhe Payne Book 2. Sign up for American Ninja X. Sign up for Dexter Week's Beast of Blood. Go support Sean Ahrendt's Type 1. Enrico, where can people find you at?
Enrico Botta on Instagram. Enrico Botta on X. I'm also Enrico Botta on Threads. And I have a YouTube channel at Enrico Botta, but there's no videos on it
yet. Mike, where can people find you at?
Mike McMahon Art on Twitter, YouTube, Threads, Instagram. I think it's all the same. That's where I'm at, if not behind a gaggle of kids or lapboard drawing pages for USAssassin Volume 4.
Adding more pages to the book. What a warrior. And guys, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Coney Waves. Make sure you subscribe to Primetime Poulton. Hit the notifications. Go check out US Assassin Volume 4, Dogs of War, guest starring Roddy Piper. 4 days left. We'll see you Sunday for the Writhe Payne Horror Movie Club. Thanks for watching. Corey Barton, thank you for sharing a million links. We really appreciate it here. You're moving up the chat charts, the rankings. So watch out, Penguin. Watch out, Amanda B. We'll see you Sunday.